Good morning. Welcome to a frosty fall morning. Got a little bit of fresh snow last night. Quad's all frosted up. Well, today's finally the day. I don't think a woodshed has ever looked so empty. Hopefully by the end of the day, it will have a little bit of wood in it. Got rather cold last night, about -5 degrees. The river by the cabin here is really starting to freeze up. Won't be long now. She'll be frozen solid. We'll have a few feet of snow. Winter will be underway. This first stack of wood right here is all dry, dead wood that's been seasoning for at least 2 years. So we're going to get that moved under here. And then we got a bunch of trees down this trail that are dead standing, ready for burning. First things first, I gotta lay down some runners so that my wood stays out of the dirt. I know I just built this thing, but I can't remember what I had planned to make for runners. My memory's really good, it just doesn't last very long. Alright, let's go cut some runners. I still can't get over how good this quad starts in the cold. I know it's not super cold right now. We're only sitting a bit below zero, but compared to my other quad, this thing starts up like a dream. Alright, we got a dead standing tree right here, one right here, and one right there. Between those three, I should be able to get my 3 bottommost runners. Then there's a bunch of nice small spruce poles back in here too. So from this one spot I should be able to get all the logs I need to lay down my base, and then we can get them laid down and start stacking wood. And I just noticed right where I am here, got this giant old spruce tree, dead standing, bark peeling off. That'd be a good firewood tree. Look at the branches though. Jeez. That'd take a while to zip all them off. Might make splitting a bit harder too. But that'd be some good bone dry wood. I realize I don't think I've ever used this saw in the cold. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not it runs all too well in the colder weather. I've only had this saw since the spring. I only started using it once it was a bit warmer, so it'll be interesting to see if it can stand up to the cold winter temperatures. the poles and runners that I need. Managed to get a few bonus rounds of firewood off that first tree I cut too, so tub trailer is full, and it will be a miracle if all of this stays in place on the way back to the cabin. I had some people expressing their concern for my lack of hearing protection the last time I was running the saw on the channel. I never run a saw without hearing protection. I usually wear my big ear muffs. The last time I was out running a saw, I forgot them at home, but I did have earplugs in, and same with today. Underneath my toque I had earplugs in. Well, runners are in place. First row is ready to go. Time to start moving wood. I'm calling that first stack done. Could go a little bit taller, have about 8 or 10 inches that I could fill up with wood, but I think that's good enough. So this stack here is 8.5 feet long, 6 feet tall. That takes into account the gap at the bottom as well, so it's a full 6-foot stack of wood. Average piece of wood is about 18 inches in length, so that's over half a cord of wood right there stacked up. I still got one whole row of dead wood left to fit in behind here, so I'm going to start the next row behind it. Whew, does that ever look good? Some wood stacked up in the woodshed. Well, there we go. That is the last of the stacked wood. Did pretty good. We got a little over 1.5 rows of wood stacked up. That was more wood than I thought it was, actually. I'd like to measure this and see exactly how much wood it is. Yeah, this woodshed definitely looks better with some wood stacked up in it, hey? So, that second stack ended up being 4.5 feet, and I'll get another 1.5 feet on top of that. But right now, this front row is 8.5 feet long by 6 feet tall by 18 inches thick. 18 inches is the average length of the piece of firewood, so 18 inches is 1.5 feet. So that is 76.5 cubic feet in this front row. The second row being 4.5 feet by the 8.5 feet long by 18 inches of firewood. That's 57, a little over 57 cubic feet right there. So we go 57 plus 76.5. That's just what we have right there. That's 133.5 cubic feet, which is over a cord of wood. So if I get that second row finished off and then get 3 more rows behind it, I think we're going to be right on target for being at 3 cords of wood in this wood shack, which is just awesome. Now, originally today I'd planned to cut some trees, but I got some other errands I gotta run out here on the trap line today. I don't know if I'll have time to cut any trees. I'm getting ready to go for my first hunt tomorrow morning, so gotta go get prepared for that. But I'm real happy with how this looks with some wood stacked up in it. The runners on the bottom working perfectly, and all in all, real pleased with this firewood shack. There's still a lot of room left in that wood shack though. First bit of wood looks good, but we got lots more room to fill, so we're going to be getting busy with the saw right away. Cutting, splitting, stacking, getting this thing filled up and ready for winter. So just a quick little video today. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you right away in the next one. Until then, God bless and stay wild.